Welcome to my channel, Purposeful Play, where I talk about all things early childhood education. I'm Danielle and I teach 4K in Wisconsin, and we are starting a new study and it is called Signs. So I'm going to share with you today what we are doing in our first week. We are still teaching virtually, which is what I'm going to share with you. So let's get started. We use creative curriculum, and so I still try to follow the lessons that are set out in our creative curriculum lesson plans. And it seems to work out pretty good when we're virtual. Of course, we have to change things up a little bit, but we're making it work. So our focus question this week is, what do we know about signs and what do we want to know about them? Each day we have a seesaw assignment that the kids have to complete, and then we provide families with 4, 5, 6 play or choice time activities. We also have a large group meeting every day, and then twice a week we have small group meetings. So I'm going to share with you what we're doing each day for all of those. So on Monday, our large group, our question is, do you know what shape this sign is? And actually it's a do not enter sign. I think it's a square that will show a picture of that. We are going to share slides, like a Google Slides with different signs on them. We're just going to talk about them. We're going to talk about a lot about their shapes. And then the kids are bringing their chalkboards and chalk, and we're going to actually draw the shapes of the signs on their chalkboards. We're going to talk about how they're similar and how they're different. Noticing the words that are on there, the pictures that are on there. We're going to do a freeze dance, which is a mighty minute, which is number 25. And then that is our large group. And then our assignment, there's a little assignment on introducing signs. So there's pictures. I'm looking at my computer, which is why I'm not always looking there, because I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. It shows very common signs, and do you recognize what they are? What shape do you see? Do you notice the letters? Do you know any of the letters? So that's their assignment for that day. And then we have our choice time activities. There is a standing yoga. We always do a movement or a mindful moment. And then we're going to sort of ask them to equate it to different signs, their yoga. We're having the kids start a sign journal, and they're going to write the word signs on the cover and put their name. They can play a game of red light, green light. They can search for signs, books. They can, I guess it's not Google, but search on epic.com for books about signs. And there are actually quite a few, some really good ones. And then we're going to have an experiment with a melting experiment, because we have a lot of snow right now. And then the other one is comparing uppercase and lowercase letters in your name using their name card. And that is Monday. Oh, small groups. We also have small groups. So we have to do these super duper safety school. So on Monday and Tuesday, I can't remember how many there are. I think we're doing it in 7 days, but we're kind of clumping them together. So we have to teach these lessons, and we're going to just do them during our small groups so we can talk about them during those small groups. So the first one is talking about what safe and unsafe means. And then we're going to talk about sitting in the car seat and wearing a helmet. We're talking about those rules, those 2 rules during that meeting. So, and then on Tuesday, our question of the day is, do you know what this sign means? And it's a stop sign. And we're hoping that everybody does know. We're going to play a movement game called Stop and Go, which is Mighty Minute 186. And we're going to do some discussions on why do some signs have words on them and why do some don't. And we're going to try to work the word inform into that and how the signs inform us of something important. Their assignment that day is going to be, they're going to sort signs by shape, color, or any other attributes. And we're going to have them, they can sort many different ways. And that'll be their assignment for that day. And then their play and choice time activities. A movement is a stop and go dance along. In their journal, they're going to draw a stop sign and color it. And if they can, write the letters stop. One of them activities is to go sledding and pretend you are passing signs. Can you stop when the sign tells you to stop? Can you go? Take a family drive and count up all the signs from the beginning of your drive to the end of them and how many there were there all together. And make a road with blocks or other toys and use paper or other items to make road signs. And our small group that day, again, is our second safety lesson that week. And we are doing, we're talking about a big person and how a big person can help you. And who is a big person? Could be a parent or other family member, babysitter, and things like that. And then the rules are watching you in water and before petting a dog and holding hands to cross the road. Oh, and help using sharp tools. So all of those things you need a grown-up to help you with those. So we're going to talk about those, and we're going to look at some, ask some questions, and the kids are going to answer the questions. And I guess that's Tuesday. Yeah. Wednesday is our asynchronous day, so we don't have any meetings that day, any Zoom meetings. So the seesaw activities or the seesaw assignments, there's going to be a read aloud of a Fancy Nancy. I'll put the book here because I actually don't know what it is. Another teacher's going to be recording that one, but it has something to do with signs. And also we're going to have another one, which is making your own sign and on seesaw using shapes and letters, colors, and what is it informing? What is the sign telling people? There are play and choice time activities. There's a movement, which is just go for a walk and look for signs. You can take pictures of them. They can take their journals and try to draw or write the words that they see. Another play activity is painting with kitchen tools, like a fork or a potato masher or sponges and things like that. All of our activities are not directly related to our study, just like it would be in the classroom. It's just play and what they can do at home with materials they might already have. This one is kind of important. It's talk to your family about what you already know about signs, because we're going to have a discussion in our large group the following day. I teach a new card game to the kids, which is Crazy 8. And there's a little video on that. And then the other one is pretend you're a dancer, a dance teacher, or a gymnastics teacher, and what dance moves or skills would you teach your students and how would you teach them? That's Wednesday. Thursday, the focus question is this a sign? And we're going to show the cover of a book and talk about why they think it is or is not a sign. We're going to play a game of red light, green light, and we are going to have a discussion about what they know about signs. So we'll have that a poster, or we might do it on the whiteboard. If I'm teaching in class, I'll put on the whiteboard what they already know about signs. And then their activity is a street sign activity. Ooh, I have to check on that one. Let me look at that one. So that one is about their street signs. So they're going to learn about street signs, and they're going to take a picture of it, and then they're going to try to write the letters of the name of the street sign name. Write the letters in the name of their street. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know why that's so difficult for me to explain. So that is their seesaw assignment. Their choice activities, there's a yoga that I'm doing. I think I said it was a new year. We're doing new yoga poses, and they all start with the letter W. So I think I taught 3 new yoga poses. Another really important is talking to your family about what you want to know about signs. Then have a spoon race using a cotton ball. Make a set of uppercase and lowercase memory and go fish cards and play that. And then I'm doing a read aloud that day. There are not a lot of books about signs. And in fact, this study does not come with any any books about signs, but I did find this one in the library, Yoko Finds Her Way, and it's great. It has these little pictures all throughout the book, and Yoko gives her mother directions and instructions, and is by looking at all the signs, and she talks about how they inform her about important information. So that was actually a really good one. So that one is just a book that they get to read or get to listen to with no assignments attached. So that was Thursday. Friday, The question of the day is, did you see a sign outside today or yesterday? The movement is washing machine, Mighty Minute 153. I actually don't remember what that one is. I might have to look that one up. I'll put in the description down below what these Mighty Minutes are and what each of them, what each activity means. And then we're going to have a discussion about what they want to know about signs, and we'll record that so that we make sure that by the end of the study, their questions are already answered. I always ask them, what do you wonder, or what are your wonder questions? Because sometimes kids don't understand what it means to ask a question. So I always start with, I wonder, and then they can finish the sentence. There's a seesaw activity where it's kind of like I Spy, where I put a whole bunch of pictures of signs, and they have to do tallies, like how many stop signs can they find, how many, I forget what other signs, but how many signs can they find. So that's their seesaw activity. And then their play and choice time activities, look for pictures of signs in magazines or newspapers, or they'll print material and cut them out and add them to their journal, glue them to their journal. Make a block city, and are there any signs you can make for your city? And then there's a video on how to make signs using clips and popsicle sticks and things like that. And then there's a read aloud. I don't know what that one is yet, because my co-teacher will be reading that one. So that is our first week of the sign study. And this one I have never done before, so I'm kind of excited about it because I've never done it before. And I think it's a very easy one to adapt for home learning. We don't need a lot of materials, and we're hoping that families can do this one together. I mean, everybody has outdoor space so that they can go out for a drive or a walk and see signs. So we're hoping that this is a good one. So stay tuned for next week's week 2 of the sign study. You can hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on it. Give this one a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Have a happy day.